Times, episode 247 from this undisclosed sign, which I won't do. No, I'm not going to. People are probably like, maybe a flip bump, maybe the back bump. No, I'm not going to. No, no, no. Not even a little one, no. I don't care how much King Jaden saying, come on, one right off the top rope through 3 tables onto a pane of glass covered in thumbtacks. No, I won't do it. $10 for it, maybe. Maybe I'd consider it, but no. For the people that love the snaps, so sticker the Lucha Underground. Look at that. How about that? Like Katrina. Wow. Yeah, she causing all kinds of trouble the other day. And Evilise and whatever Sami Callihan's calling himself, because Sami Callihan's showing up with a flask. Just, it's crazy. Current book I'm reading, 1969. Still reading it. I'm roughly a third of the way through. DVD of Casey Carlisle. Available at CaseyCarlisle.com. That's CaseyCarlisle.com for all of your gift giving needs, including the fastly approaching Columbus Day, which I'll get to momentarily, or perhaps Halloween. Imagine the looks on the children's faces when they say trick or treat, and you say, I'll treat you with a Casey Carlisle DVD. Or perhaps a picture of her with a large title belt. Imagine all the Catholic school kids just praising you when you treat them with this at Halloween. It'd be great. Or, let's say it's your uncle's upcoming birthday. What to get the uncle? Some of those, 4 or 5 of them, I think would be fairly appropriate. Or possibly that. Let's say someone you know is sick. Let's say it's your cousin. You're like, well, I want you to get better, so I'll send you one of these instead of flowers, because what are flowers going to do? They'll die. That could live on forever in a nice frame. Look at that. You could get that. You could even get that. Or if you're a midget, a couple of boxes of those. Look at that. Look at that. And there she is, angry, but not angry, that I am the fan of the month over at CaseyCarlisle.com. That's right, the month of October, I am fan of the month. It took years. Years for me to get there. I worked and I worked and I worked. I slaved. I didn't do that. Okay, one time I did. Did a cement floor with a... But it still didn't earn me fan of the month. But now, finally the work and determination has paid off. I am fan of the month. Team Badnies, which Casey Carlisle is a new member of. The Twitter where you can follow me, but not literally. Much like Sin Bodhi does. More on him later. Or much like Troy Miller does. They really do. They follow me on the Twitter, but not literally. I don't walk down the street and say, was that Troy Miller taking to get away? No, that doesn't happen. Seymour Snot, proud member of the Gouge roster, as I will be at Halloween. Look at that. He also has t-shirts available. Look at that. You get a picture and a t-shirt. Not too much Seymour Snot. The Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube, which you may be watching right about now. Right about now, you may be watching it. Maybe things on my YouTube will have Gouge on them eventually. Possibly. Maybe Casey Carlisle will be booked at Halloween at Gouge. If so, maybe I'll be fan of the month for an unprecedented 2 months in a row. CAC program. Look at that. Comic book at Team IOU. Story of a dog and a boy and a dog. Hashtag get signed guy in Gouge worked like a charm. Now if we could hashtag get Casey Carlisle also in Gouge, imagine that. Will Huckabee apparently also formally engaged, and things didn't go too well for him. Things didn't go too well at all for poor Huck. Pamphlet of the Sign of the Times. Every show needs a pamphlet. What they don't need is that. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. I'm not just going to stand up and say, I think I'll take a right here on the cement just to prove that I can dent it. I'm not going to do that. Poor Beast would take to drinking if I did. He'd take right to drinking. He'd like, that cement's dented, and he'd grab a bottle of Jägermeister and down it. QT folks would be like, I thought he was going to drink a bottle of Thunderbird. And I'd say, no, it was Jägermeister. So, this week, a busy week. On Sunday this week, on Turnbuckle, we have the aforementioned Sin Bodhi. Both of us HBW alumni. Both of us are. Sin Bodhi still not returned to give Tex Thompson his grudge match after he brutally assaulted Tex Thompson the last time he was in NWA Blue Collar Wrestling. Back in the Tiger Grange Hall days. Waited years. He's not returned yet. Maybe next week, I don't know. Maybe we'll ask him that. Maybe QT will ask him what he thought of the episode of the Flintstones when they traveled into the future and rode roller coasters. On Monday, it's the most worthless holiday in the world, Columbus Day. What did the man do? He got lost. They paid him to get lost. And then he's like, hey, I found this place. And he's like, you did? What about the millions of people living there? He's like, they don't count. Because I'll enslave them and kill them with my foreign diseases. You reward that with a holiday? Fine. Tuesday, Undisputed. Who will be on Undisputed? I don't know. Website's not been updated. I don't know. Will Zane be there? Will he be like brawling with people he ring announced with this week? I don't know. He might. He likes to do that now. Jonathan Wolf get a little too rambunctious out there. Maybe Zane will just backhand him right in the nose. Say, hey, cool it. It's possible. On Wednesday, we have pretty much a free day. Except I'll probably watch the Lucha Underground and Total Bellas. That first episode was Thez Awful and They Cut My Scene. Thez Awful and They Cut My Scene. What a horrible combination. Horrible. Thursday, I'm pretty much looking free. Next Friday, returning to the show, the Beast, Dan Severn. That's right, Dan Severn. QT will probably ask him questions about Dudley Do-Right again. He'll probably ask him, has he ever tag teamed in Saskatchewan, Canada with David the Beast Barnett while wearing a pink tutu and yellow wrestling boots made of bananas dipped in liquid nitrogen? You'll probably ask Dan Severn that. And then Dan Severn will love it and come back in a month. So, to review from this undisclosed sign, which I won't do. No. I'm not going to take like the big flip bump or like the front bump. Nothing like that. But on Sunday, on Turnbuckle, we have Sin Bodhi. Then I got a beeline down to NWA Blue Collar because Bob Evans will be there. Not the restaurant, but the guy that teamed with Cheeseburger. And I'll say, hey, when's Sin Bodhi coming back for his grudge match with Tex Thompson? I'll say, I don't know anything about that. I'll say, find out because it's important. On Monday, it's pretty much free except that worthless holiday, Columbus Day. The banks will be closed because they're like, we have to close and celebrate the transatlantic slave invention that Christopher Columbus did. Apparently, he wasn't really good for anything. They were going to mutiny and throw him overboard. You reward that somehow. On Tuesday, I don't know who will be on the Undisputed Wrestling show. I don't know. Maybe Huck will be there. Maybe he won't. I don't know. You never know with that show. On Wednesday, probably watch some Lucha Underground. Probably watch like more horribleness out of the Total Bellas, for which I blame Rex Racer Sharp because it was his only dream in life, and now he has it. And JJ Bella has moved in without his wife into the home of Nikki Bella. It's a little creepy, a little weird, a little Stompin' Steve-esque. Pretty soon he'll be like, I was looking for gum in this underwear drawer. I thought all these undergarments were gum. They won't buy it. And they'll be like, who do you think you are, Stompin' Steve? Come on, JJ Bella. He'll say, surely you must all understand. And he'll weep and go running away. On Thursday, pretty much nothing free. Next Friday, Dan the Beast Severn. Maybe he will take a, while we're talking, I don't know, he might. Maybe he'll take a, onto like some sort of MMA octagon. Maybe he has one in his home. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask that. So pretty much 247.